Dream Sprout Stories.
Welcome to Dream Sprout Stories, where every story helps us grow. Today we're embarking on another wonderful adventure. This time it's a story about facing fears and friendship, a tale that shows us how courage and companionship can make all the difference. Are you ready? Today's story is The Stormy Surprise. Sit back, relax, and let's begin our journey together. Episode 1, The Stormy Surprise. The sun was shining over the lush green valley where Theo the T-Rex and Pip the tiny Triceratops lived. It was a peaceful day, perfect for exploring. Theo lumbered along, his large feet making gentle thuds on the soft earth, while Pip trotted beside him, his tiny horns bouncing with every step. "Come on, Theo, let's go to the hilltop. I heard there's a new patch of flowers up there," Pip said with excitement. Theo smiled, his big eyes crinkling at the edges. He loved Pip's enthusiasm, even if he wasn't as quick or daring as his little friend. "Okay, Pip," he said, his voice deep and kind, "but let's not go too far." As they climbed the hill, dark clouds began to gather on the horizon, unnoticed by the two friends. The wind picked up, rustling the leaves of the tall trees surrounding them. Pip was too busy chatting about the flowers to notice, and Theo, focused on keeping up, didn't see the change in the sky. Suddenly, a loud crack of thunder echoed through the valley. Theo froze, his eyes wide in fear. His knees trembled, and he crouched down low, trying to make himself as small as possible. The sky darkened quickly, and the first drops of rain began to fall. "Theo, it's just thunder," Pip called, but he could see that his friend was terrified. Pip ran back to Theo, nudging him gently. "Come on, we need to find somewhere to hide from the rain." Theo whimpered, his eyes squeezed shut. I don't like thunder, Pip. It's so loud." Pip thought for a moment, then spotted a small cave nearby. "Look, Theo, there's a cave. We can hide in there until the storm passes. I'll stay right by your side." Pip's voice was steady, full of the confidence that Theo wished he had. Slowly, Theo opened his eyes and looked at the cave. He took a deep breath, trying to be brave for Pip. "Okay," he whispered, "but don't leave me." "Never," Pip said, smiling up at his big friend. Together they hurried to the cave, the rain now pouring down around them. Once inside, Theo let out a shaky sigh of relief. The cave was dry and cozy, and the sound of the rain was softer here. "See, we're safe," Pip said, giving Theo a reassuring pat on his massive leg. Theo nodded, though he still flinched at each rumble of thunder. Pip stayed close, telling funny stories to distract him from the storm outside. After a while, Theo began to relax, his breathing slowing down as he listened to Pip's stories. Pip was animated, using his little horns to act out different characters, making Theo chuckle despite the storm. "And then the butterfly said, 'No way am I sharing my flowers with that grumpy old lizard,'" Pip exclaimed, pretending to flap his arms like wings. Theo smiled, his fear slowly ebbing away. "You always know how to make me laugh, Pip," he said softly. Just as they were starting to feel comfortable, Pip noticed something strange. On the cave floor, glowing footprints seemed to lead deeper into the darkness. Pip's eyes widened in curiosity. The footprints were unlike anything he had ever seen, glowing bright blue, almost as if they were made of light. "Theo, look at that! Glowing footprints! I wonder where they lead." Theo, still shaky from the storm, glanced at the footprints. His eyes widened. I don't know, Pip. Maybe we should stay here. It could be dangerous." But Pip's curiosity was already piqued. He trotted over to the glowing prints, his tiny horns bobbing. "Come on, Theo. It might be an adventure, and I promise I'll be right here with you. We can't let something this amazing go unexplored." Theo took another deep breath, looking at his brave little friend. Maybe, just maybe, he could be brave too, as long as Pip was by his side. "Okay, but we need to be careful," Theo said, his voice trembling just a little. Together they took their first steps deeper into the cave, the glowing footprints lighting their path as the storm raged on outside. The air inside the cave grew cooler, and the sound of the rain faded into the background, replaced by the soft echo of their footsteps. The deeper they went, the more the cave seemed to change. The walls, once plain stone, began to shimmer with patches of crystals that reflected the light from the glowing footprints. Pip's eyes sparkled as he looked around, his excitement growing. "Wow, Theo! Look at all these crystals! It's like we're in a magical place!" Theo, though still nervous, couldn't help but be impressed. The crystals gave off a soft, calming glow that made him feel a little braver. "It is beautiful," he admitted, his voice less shaky now. "I wonder who made these footprints." As they ventured further, they heard a soft rustling sound ahead. Theo stopped, his heart pounding. "Pip, did you hear that?" he whispered, his eyes wide. Pip nodded, his ears perked up. "I did. Maybe it's the creature that made the footprints. Let's go see." Without hesitation, Pip moved forward, and Theo, not wanting to be left alone, quickly followed. They continued to follow the glowing footprints, but the cave seemed to grow darker, and Theo's nervousness returned. Pip, however, was undeterred. He turned back to give Theo a reassuring smile. "Don't worry, Theo. Whatever it is, I'm sure we can handle it together." Theo nodded, but his steps were hesitant. The rustling sound grew louder, and the glowing footprints led them around a bend in the cave. They paused, peering ahead into the darkness, their hearts pounding in anticipation. Suddenly, the glowing footprints stopped at the entrance to a small chamber, and the rustling ceased. Theo and Pip exchanged a look, unsure whether to proceed. The chamber was dimly lit by a soft blue glow emanating from the crystals on the walls. Whatever had made the footprints was nowhere to be seen. Pip took a deep breath and looked up at Theo. "Maybe it's hiding, or maybe it wants us to find something here." Theo frowned, still uneasy. "I don't know, Pip. Maybe we should head back. We don't know what's in there." Pip hesitated, then nodded. "Maybe you're right, but at least we followed the footprints this far, and look, we found this amazing place." Theo looked around the shimmering chamber, and despite his fear, he felt a sense of accomplishment. "Yeah, we did, and maybe we can come back another time, when we're more prepared." Pip grinned. "That's a great idea, Theo. Next time, we'll bring some snacks and make it a real adventure." Theo chuckled, feeling his fear slowly ebb away. "Okay, let's head back to the entrance. I think the storm might be over by now." With one last look at the mysterious chamber, Theo and Pip turned and began to make their way back, the glowing footprints now fading behind them. The sound of the rain outside grew louder as they approached the cave entrance, and soon they could see the light filtering in from outside. When they finally reached the entrance, the storm had begun to calm. The rain had turned into a light drizzle, and the sky was slowly clearing. Theo took a deep breath of the fresh air, feeling a sense of relief and pride. He had faced his fear, and though he knew he might still be scared of thunder, he also knew he could be brave when it mattered most. Pip nudged Theo playfully. "See, that wasn't so bad, was it? We even found something amazing." Theo smiled, his fear now a distant memory. "You're right, Pip, and I think I might be a little braver now, thanks to you." Pip grinned. "That's the spirit, Theo. Now how about we go find that patch of flowers? I bet they look even prettier after the rain." Theo nodded, a newfound confidence in his step. "Lead the way, Pip. I'm ready for whatever adventure comes next." And with that, the two friends set off once more, the sun beginning to peek through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the valley. The storm had passed, but the memory of their adventure and the lessons they had learned would stay with them forever.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more stories.